Everyone talks about Ayanokoji's manipulation, his IQ, and how he destroys his opponents without breaking a sweat. And in recent years, the internet turned him into the ultimate Sigma male. The guy who never shows emotion, is always in control, and doesn't need anyone. But the more I read Classroom of the Elite, the more I realized something. People completely misunderstood his character. Because Ayanokoji is not a power fantasy, he's a tragedy. And the darkest part of that tragedy is something called the White Room. A place that sounds harmless, but the White Room isn't white, it's black, pure black. You see, the White Room was created by Atsuomi Ayanokoji, Kiyotaka's father, with a single objective to prove that geniuses can be created, and to prove his vision is right. He created one of the most disturbing human experiments in anime. Children were taken at extremely young ages and placed into an artificial environment where every aspect of their lives was controlled. No toy, or friendship, or family, and definitely no freedom. The White Room wasn't trying to raise children. It was trying to manufacture perfection. Imagine spending your entire childhood inside a sterile facility where your value is determined solely by your performance. That's the environment Ayanokoji grew up in. The White Room believed that love was unnecessary, friendship was unnecessary, human connection was unnecessary. Anything that didn't contribute directly to performance was removed. Because according to Atsuomi's ideology, the perfect human being doesn't need emotion, the perfect human being only needs result. According to Volume 0, Ayanokoji belonged to the fourth generation, one of the harshest generations ever created. At the start, there were 74 students, 74 children. But by the end, only one person truly succeeded, and that was Ayanokoji. The light novels never fully explain what happened to every failed students, but we do know many suffered severe mental breakdown. Others were unable to continue to live in the normal society. Even some were physically damaged. And while nothing is officially confirmed, we can speculate that some might died too. And one thing most people don't realize, the fourth generation wasn't the first attempt. There were generations before it, like the first, second, and third generations, and all of them were failed. Most likely various of them never reached the teen age to even live. After all, this wasn't a school, but more like a laboratory, and children were rat here for experiments, including Ayanokoji himself. What's even sadder is that Ayanokoji wasn't born emotionless. He wasn't born detached. He wasn't born seeing people as tools. He was taught to become that way. And psychologically, where failure means suffering, eventually your brain adapts and stop expressing emotion and start depending on analysis and seeing people as tools to survive. And that's exactly what happened to Ayanokoji. The reason he manipulates people isn't because he's evil. It's because manipulation is the language the White Room taught him. So those people who look at Ayanokoji and say, "I want to be like him," then if you truly understand his story and how he become like this, you don't want to go through that. This story isn't about Sigma male or manipulation, but the story of a boy whose humanity was systematically stripped away. And in the show, he's learning how to become human again.